Welcome to your Network Analysis Lab. In this video, we'll explore the fundamentals of network traffic, packet inspection, and security monitoring. Understanding network behavior is crucial for detecting threats and securing data. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, this lab will help sharpen your cybersecurity skills. Get ready to dive deep into real-world network analysis techniques. Let's get started.
Going on. So today we're going to be doing a network analyzer lab. This is a great lab, especially if you're trying to get into the SOC analyst field within the cybersecurity, or you just want to practice some of the popular cybersecurity tools like the Wireshark, which is a popular network analyzer tool. So this is a lab hosted by CyberDefenders, and it's called Tomcat Takeover Lab. So let's read this scenario real quick. The SOC team has identified suspicious activity on a web server within the company's intranet. To better understand the situation, they have captured network traffic for analysis. The PCAP file may contain evidence of malicious activities that led to the compromise of the Apache Tomcat web server. Your task is to analyze the PCAP file to understand the scope of the task. So like I said, for this, we're going to be utilizing the Wireshark. And there's another tool that could be utilized called a network miner, but we're using the Mac OS. So we're going to exchange that for something else, which you'll see later on. So let's begin. So how this lab is going to work is we're going to go through questions and you're going to answer those questions based on the PCAP file that you have. And you're going to launch that using Wireshark. So you're gonna have to download this file, that's the PCAP file, and when you open it, when you unzip the file, you're gonna put in the cyberdefenders.org to actually unlock the file. And then you're gonna open it through Wireshark, and it's gonna look something like this. So let's actually get to the first question. So these questions are answered, but I'm gonna kind of walk you through the how to actually do them. So the first question says, given the suspicious activity detected on the web server, the PCAP file reveals a series of requests across various ports, indicating potential scanning behavior. Can you identify the source IP address responsible for initiating these requests on our server? So how exactly did we get this IP address? So we're going to go into the Wireshark. We're going to click Statistics, and we're going to click Conversations. We're going to go to the IPv4 and we're going to organize the bytes by size. So it's going to be the largest on the top. And what we're looking for is pretty much an IP address that has the most conversations, the one that's speaking the most to each address. And we see here that 2 megabytes are used by this IP address, 14.0.0.120. And that is the IP address to answer the question. Next question. Based on the identified IP address associated with the attacker, can you identify the country from which the attacker's activities originated? So this is very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to copy this IP address and we're going to search up IP location and we're going to input that IP address right here and click IP lookup. And if we go down and it says right here, China. So it's easy as that. We're going to go back and you're going to input China here, and that's your answer. Next, it says from the PCAP file, multiple open ports were detected as a result of the attacker's active scan. Which of these ports provides access to the web server admin panel? So we're going to try to find this port, and how exactly did we find that? We're going to go into Wireshark. We're going to have to search up HTTP. And we're also going to have to filter for admin. Next, if we go down to the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, we see that port 8080 is mentioned right here on the host. And that would be the answer for that question. Next, it says, following the discovery of open ports on our server, it appears the attacker attempted to enumerate and uncover directories and files on our web server. Which tools can you identify from the analysis assisted the attacker in this enumeration process? Very simple. If we go back here, there's not much to do. Where we saw the port 8080, it's actually right below it. It says user agent, go buster. That's the tool that was utilized right here. Next question. After the effort to enumerate directories on our web server, the attacker made numerous requests to identify administrative interfaces. Which specific directory related to the admin panel did the attacker uncover? So how exactly do we get the manager here? All right, so we're going to go down to Wireshark. We're going to remove this filter here, and we're going to search up for, so we already know, first of all, that the IP address that's most active is this one right here. So now we're trying to go here. We're going to put IP dot adder. So we're going to search specifically for this IP address, and we're going to do HTTP dot request dot method is going to be get. And we're going to search that. And after we do that, if we scroll down, we see here get manager HTML, get manager HTML, get manager, get manager. So we could see that the get manager is the most prominent that's being utilized here. And that's going to be the answer for this one. Which specific directory related to the admin panel did the attacker uncover? Next, question number 6. After accessing the admin panel, the attacker tried to brute force the login credentials. Can you determine the correct username and password that the attacker successfully used for login? So how did we get this username admin and password Tomcat? So that one is a little more complicating. So we're going to go to any one of these get manager ones with the HTML here. And we're just going to go to follow right here. And we're just going to click the HTTP stream. After we do that, this window pops up. And we're just going to go down. So we're just trying to find out how they were trying to log in, their login attempts. And if we go down, we're going to actually, okay, so it wasn't that one. It was one of the, hold on, let's just go back to our filter again and go to the request get, search that. And it should be, if we go down here, get manager, okay. And we're going to do any of these ones. So we're going to click follow HTTP stream. And if we go down, we're going to see that there was like attempts to log in. And we see this right here, authorization, basic, and then there's this hash value here, but it says unauthorized. So they were not able to successfully log in, but then they keep attempting to log in right here. Another attempt. We're trying to look for the one that they were actually successfully able to log in. And if we keep going down, we should be able to find the one right here. So it says again, their authorization basic, and then there we have this hash value, and it says okay. So that means they successfully logged in. So what we want to do is we're gonna copy this hash value that allowed them to successfully log in, and we're gonna go into Cyber Chef, which is a tool. That's what I was talking about, where there's another tool called network analysis, or we go back here. Yep, right here at the top. It's called a network miner. So instead of that, you could also utilize that if you're on Windows. But here it's better to utilize Cyber Chef. And what you're going to do is you're going to input that hash value, and it's going to output the plain text for you. And that right there is the login attempt that they did. That's the username admin and then the password Tomcat. And that's how they were able to successfully log in. And that's the answer for number 6. For number 7, once inside the admin panel, the attacker attempted to upload a file with the intent of establishing a reverse shell. Can you identify the name of this malicious file from the captured data? So very simple. So how do we get this file exactly? What's this malicious file and how did it get there? So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back through what we were searching up, and the one where we did the get with the IP address equal to the malicious IP, and then when they were trying to use the get, and we're gonna click enter. And if we go down here, after they finished up doing all of the manager HTML, you could see there's this weird looking text right here. So if we actually analyze that one, we right click follow, and we're gonna click the HTTP stream. We could see that there's a file name, and the file name is the jxqozy.war. And that right there is the file that they're talking about. And that's for number 7. And for the last question, so after successfully establishing a reverse shell on our server, the attacker aimed to ensure persistence on the compromised machine. From the analysis, can you determine the specific command they are scheduled to run to maintain their presence? So you might not know, this might also be a little complicating for you. You might not know what reverse shell is. You could see right here, they show like an example of a command that they're looking for, which is like the /bin/bash. And how we're gonna get there is we're just gonna go back through our filter, just like how we had earlier with the IP address and then the HTTP request method get. Click enter. We're gonna go down to that same exact like file, the malicious file with the jxqozy. We're gonna click follow, but this time instead of HTTP stream, we're gonna go to the TCP stream. And if we go there, we're just gonna click on the stream right here. We notice like we're gonna look through it, you're not gonna find it here. You're gonna click up another one, and there it is, the bin/bin/bash. And this is what they're looking for right here. So if you copy that and paste it into here, and that's how you successfully answer that question. And after that, you're complete with this lab.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe online and keep sharpening those network analysis skills. I will include the link to this lab in the description below. If you enjoyed this,